Hey, hope you guys are doing well. I recently produced a soft indie acoustic folk song, whatever you want to call it, with my friend Matt, who goes by the alias PFE, and it sounds like this.
She held me close and let me go. We fall so fast when we're all alone. These bleeding wounds are meant to close, so just leave me alone, let me overdose. How do you make it, Devin, when life's been giving you away? And why do you say I'm...
Most of my production work is done remotely here in my studio without an artist present, and I kind of just wanted to document and show you what that looks like for me and how you can still have fun creating awesome music this way. I also wanted to break down the project file to show you what creating a song like this would entail so that you can take some inspiration, encouragement, and create this music for yourself. I knew I wanted to create some kind of soft acoustic indie song, and fortunately Matt was down, so we got to talking and he sent me this idea.
All right, dude, here's two chord progressions I have, so maybe we can start with this, and you can literally play these however you want, but just like a... So just a G, D, E, C.
I heard something in that first progression that I liked, and I knew I could make it sound a bit deeper and folky by playing it a little bit differently. What I did was make the fifth of each chord be the lowest note in the chord. So I sent a video of me playing it slightly different back over to Matt. He ended up liking what I sent him, so I went on to record a simple demo to send back to him that he could write to and arrange, and recording that demo looked like this. He took that simple instrumental I recorded and sent back over this rough demo.
How do you make it, Devin, when life's been giving you away? Why do you say I'm wrong and never take blame yourself? I can't fall asleep with all these scars you leave. I'm better on my own, yeah, found the hard way.
At this point, I knew we were cooking. I mean, that demo had amazing melodies, great lyrics, and I just saw the potential right away. So Matt and I hopped on a FaceTime call and tried to get the arrangement set out. From there, I went ahead and re-recorded the acoustic and bass with the new arrangement in mind, just so that it was cleaner, more in pocket. I quantized them a bit, and I sent that new instrumental back over to Matt. He put his new full vocal performance on it and sent it back over. And now it's time to show you some of the magic here in the Logic session. Actually, what you'll find is there's not much magic at all, and everything is quite simple. I'll start here with Acoustic 1, the backbone of the song. It plays throughout the whole song. It's mono, straight down the middle. Here's what it sounds like. To record this guitar and all the guitars on the song, I just used this mic, my SM7B. I would just position the mic in such a way that I didn't get too much bass from the whole of the guitar and nothing too brittle from getting too close to the neck. And then I threw this EQ on it, which apparently I'm not doing any EQing with. I'm just using it to boost the gain about 2 dB. Then I throw on some reverb, Valhalla Vintage Verb, mix at 30%. I'm using the 1980s color, cutting out some of the low rumble from the verb and also some of the high end, and then some light compression just to grab those peaks. And I'll show you here, it's really only doing like 1 or 2 dB of gain reduction. I pair that mono guitar with these two acoustics playing a bit higher up on the neck, and then I recorded that twice, hard panned it left and right to give it more of a stereo effect. To process these stereo guitars, I'm just doing light compression on each individual channel. And then on the group channel, I'm adding some EQ to cut out the low end and turn down the signal a bit. And then I run it through a tad bit of plate reverb. 2 more acoustic guitars come in on the chorus to give it this huge, big guitar symphony type effect. Let's talk some drums. The song starts on a down chorus, so immediately after that chorus, introducing the verse, I wanted to introduce some rhythm to the song. To do that, I used a cymbal swell and followed that swell with this cool drum brush pattern. That snare brush pattern is just straight eighth notes, but I adjusted the velocities so that the strong hits are on the downbeats. I then added Logic's Quantec room simulator to give the impression that it was being played in some kind of room. The song starts building up in the pre-chorus. That's where I add the bass, some electric guitar. So in the drums, I added a hat, a clap sound, and a ride cymbal. We then hit the chorus, and I wanted to make this massive, so I kept that brush snare sound going, as that kind of keeps the rhythm for our song, but I then added a huge snare and a huge tambourine sound. Let's listen to that snare. For this snare, I used a Paul Mabry sample from Splice. He's got all kinds of huge snare sounds on there. Then I added some Quantec reverb. Here's a quick before and after. And just a tad bit of EQ. I just grabbed a tambourine sample from Splice and added some more reverb to it. So for that, I used ROM reverb, and here's what it sounds like with verb. The bass gets introduced in the pre-chorus, and I kept it pretty simple. I did give it a little bit of a groove in the pre-chorus just to give some movement and help the buildup of the song. And then later on, when we hit the chorus and the later verses, I keep it just kind of more consistent. I recorded this bass directly into my interface, and I used the Corey Wong amp for the processing. I used the Crusher preset, and I might have modified it a little bit, but I'm not sure. The electric guitar also gets introduced in the pre-chorus, and it sounds like this. A very simple part, just there to help accentuate the chords and give a bit more stereo width to the song. I used the Corey Wong amp with the overdrive and distortion engaged, and I also used the doubler to give it that stereo width. I then gave it about 5 dB of compression. And EQ'd it. The electric guitar in the chorus switches over to a more arpeggiating playstyle to give the song more of a groove. And because from what I mentioned earlier in the video, we're introducing more stereo acoustic guitars, I did not use the doubler on this electric guitar, and I left it more mono and just panned it a bit more to the right, so it's more of a mono source because we have enough stereo things going on at this part in the song. We then get to the second pre-chorus, and here I wanted to keep elevating the energy, and a way I thought I could do that was adding another electric guitar part to kind of counter melody the vocal melody, and so this is what I came up with. So this guitar, still distorted using both the overdrive and distortion, not using the doubler here. I do compress it pretty heavily to keep it in the same spot in the mix and not take over. And finally, I cut out all the lows. I'll solo it now so you can hear what the guitar tone sounds like. After that pre-chorus, we follow it with a double chorus and call it our raps for the song. Matt, of course, wrote all the lyrics himself and did most of the vocal production himself as well. I just did a couple minor things that aren't really worth showing in this video, but I did want to give him the chance to share some of the meaning behind the lyrics that he wrote.
I wrote this song Overdose with my friend Sean, and as I'm coming up with the lyrics, I'm thinking, okay, I kind of want to write this song about the passing of my mom and how I kind of went into a place where I wanted to be alone and drink some alcohol and stuff by myself. Whenever I start to write a song about losing my parents, I think not many people are going to relate to this kind of thing. And after writing so many songs about it, I just don't want to feel like I'm complaining. I used that as inspiration for this song, and then I also pulled from past relationships. And the whole point of these lyrics, I wanted to make it super impactful, but also toe that line of kind of ridiculous, right? You think, let me overdose. Like, what do you mean? But yeah, it's that serious. Like you're that depressed about this thing that happened. So it's like, just leave me alone. Let me overdose. Let me put myself in my own grave. A lot of the songs that I write have a very optimistic ending or an optimistic approach. This one does not really have too much optimism.
Matt should be posting a full breakdown of the lyrics on his YouTube channel, so I'll link his channel in the description below. Because this song was going to be included on Matt's album, we figured it'd be best if he did the mastering on his end so that he could match, all the levels with each song in the album accordingly. I'll play that mastered version here for you at the end of the video. And actually, the song is released now, Overdose by PFV. You can listen to it on all streaming platforms, so go check it out if you can. A huge shout out to Matt for working with me on this song. He absolutely killed it, and I hope y'all enjoy it. If you made it this far, say what's up in the comments, and I hope y'all have a great one. Peace.
She held me close and let me go. We fall so fast when we're all alone. These bleeding wounds are meant to close, so just leave me alone. Let me overdose. How do you make it dead when life's been giving you away? And why do you say I'm wrong and never take blame yourself? I can't fall asleep with all these scars you leave. Now I'm better on my own, yeah. Found the hard way, you don't care. Heart made of ice so cold, yeah. Now I gotta give no more tears to you. She held me close and let me go. We fall so fast when we're all alone. These bleeding wounds are meant to close, so just leave me alone. Let me overdose. How do you make it dead when life's been giving you away? Yeah. And why do you say I'm wrong and never take blame yourself? You're better on your own now, cleaning up the pieces from a broken house. Yeah, I always thought it was a joke. How you would just tell me you love me, then turn a lie right to my face. Yeah, I feel cheap and sold out, drinking so heavy my soul's drowned. Was holding my breath but found